hello, and welcome to a very special video, if I do humbly say so myself. If you're new, I will quickly introduce myself as Sherry Lorraine, creator of ASMR content, and today, a conductor of magic, as you will be too, very, very shortly. This video is oh so special because it will serve as an opportunity for you to learn how to better trust yourself and that little voice that always knows the right answer. If you haven't already guessed or been able to unravel what's happening here, I'm going to be putting you through an assortment of different intuition tests. These are, in simpler terms, a game of prediction, seeing if, after given all of the variables, you are able to correctly guess the right answer without much indication as to which one is actually the right answer. You'll see what I mean if you don't quite understand yet. I'm very excited to be doing this for you today because, believe it or not, I too do these exercises quite regularly, actually. I think the first time that I really seriously sat down and tested my intuition was with a very similar sort of YouTube video. It entailed someone like myself giving you, again, an assortment of exercises where they think of something and you tell them what it is before they reveal it to you, of course. It's very fun and very interactive. So please participate. Well, as long as you can stay awake, that is. Would you like to get started now? Or do you need more explanation? Sure. I can give you a few examples of the exercises that will be in this video. I was thinking we could begin with a simpler version and use different colors. I will think of a color and I will ask you what color I'm thinking of. color that is right. If you guess correctly, you can tally a point for yourself. If not, well, simply try again. Practice only makes perfect, because repeated action creates confidence. Habits are a lot easier to maintain when you know for a fact that you can keep them. So let's begin with this simple exercise, which will then be followed with this sort of upgrade to numbers instead of colors. Go ahead and close your eyes for this first one. And I too will close mine. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, try and clear your mind. And if you have a very easy time visualizing things, I want you to imagine the clean black slate that other people who are unable to visualize would normally see. I am now going to pull up a color in my mind, and to help you, I will also repeat the color's name as I think of it. Try and see, when you're listening and looking for the color, if you can pinpoint any letters that seem more prominent than others. And perhaps that will help you attach or associate yourself with the energetic frequency of said color. I'm pulling up the first color now, and I will give you 15 seconds, starting now. Taking a nice deep breath, centralizing on the color, and when you're ready, open your eyes and tell me the color that I'm thinking of. If you happened to say purple, you are correct. The first color that most prominently came to my mind was purple. Now, I will note that I did have a flash of a nice royal blue. So if you said blue, you were loud enough to interrupt my purple frequency. However, purple is indeed the more dominant color at this time, and thus purple was the correct answer after all. Would you like to try again? I've already got a new color in mind. You can leave your eyes open this time, or if you found it helped to close them, go ahead and take 15 more seconds to try and pinpoint this brand new color. When you're ready, either open your eyes or simply state the color that I was thinking out loud. If you said yellow, you are correct. A bright, vibrant yellow was the correct color this time. No interruptions, no ifs, ands, or buts. Just yellow this time. I will give you 3 more opportunities to try and hone in on the correct color. I will go ahead and get the next one ready. And your 15 seconds starts now. And this new color. Green is the correct answer this time. A nice grassy green, rich and vibrant. Take a moment and refresh yourself. Perhaps a drink of water or anything else you may need. And when you're ready, I am also ready with your next color. 15 seconds begins right now. Really try to focus on the hue, saturation of this color. Is it bright, warm, cool? How does it feel? Soft, sharp? What are you picking up? Take a last moment. Really focus. And when you're ready, tell me your guess. The correct answer is light pink, almost like the pink of a ballet slipper. Very soft, very sweet, light pink. We have one more color, and this one is tricky. See if you can figure out why it may be a bit more difficult. You have 15 seconds. Again, focusing on the feeling. Any letters coming to mind, textures, shapes. And when you're finished, when you have a clear color in your mind, go ahead and tell me, what do you think it is? Interesting. This time, the color, or perhaps also known as the absence of most color, was white. White, pure snow, is the color that I was thinking of. If you got any of those correct, I want you to give yourself a round of applause and a pat on the back. This is not an easy skill to master, and to have it is an extremely valuable thing. For trusting your gut can give you the best answers when you need them the most. And you'll know that they are the right answers, especially for you. We are now going to graduate from colors over to numbers. This time, I am going to help you by placing a visual aid on the screen. As you can see, the numbers 1 through 10 have appeared. After you say your guess, I will highlight the correct number, and then they will reset for the next round. I will give you 5 guesses for this first round, and depending on how you do, we will make them a bit more difficult afterwards. Again, 1 through 10. I am pulling up the first number now, and you can go ahead and guess. The correct answer, number 5. Resetting, and I am now choosing a new number from the lineup. I have the number, and whenever you're ready, I would love for you to guess what number you think this one could be. The correct answer, number 9. 9 is the correct answer this time. You have 3 more numbers before we move on to a more difficult round. Refreshing and starting again as usual by choosing a number on the lineup. I am ready, and as always, I am also repeating the name of this number along with the symbol. See if you can pinpoint which one is the correct answer. 3, 2, 1, and your guess is the correct answer. 4. 4 is the correct number this time. I have chosen a new number, and I'm ready for you to choose a number as well. And tell me what you think the number is. And this time, the number is my favorite. 7, of course. 7 was the correct number. However, if you felt like the right answer was 6, you were close. And to tell you the truth, I toggled between 6 and 7 before finally landing on 7. So 6 was very close enough that it was almost correct. Our last number has just made its way into the forefront of my mind. Can you guess what the last number between 1 and 10 could be? The correct answer is, in fact, the last number, number 10. I think you did wonderfully this round. it's safe to say we're ready to add another digit to our number sequence. This time, we are going to have a range from 1 all the way to 100. From 1 all the way to 100. Take a moment. Center yourself, and we will begin this next round of 5 guesses. Pulling up a number now, and I have it. Whenever you're ready, guess what you think this number could be. If you guessed 63, you were correct. 63 was our first number between 1 and 100. Let's do another round. I have the number, and whenever you're ready, I am ready for you to guess. Few more moments to really get it clear. The correct answer is 15. If you guessed 15, congratulations. I was also pulled to the 30s in that round. 35 or even 53. However, I settled on the low 15 because that was the first number that came to my head, which oftentimes is enough to make it the winner. Let's go ahead and do another round. Close your eyes for me this time, and really focus on the shapes of the number. Is it straight lines, curves, 1, 2, or 3 digits long? Get your guess ready. this time, the correct answer was 88. 88. Two infinity symbols turned on their side, or if you grew up in a cold climate like I did, it's just a simple set of snowmen. Let's move on to our last two numbers between 1 and 100. I'm getting the number situated. And whenever you're ready, I'm ready for you to guess. The correct answer this time was 42. 42 was indeed the correct answer. Now we are on our last number that lies between 1 and 100. This one is important, so I'm going to take my time and make sure the right number is stepping forward. I've got it. See if you can find it as well. Which number is raising its hand and jumping for joy, saying, "I'm the one, pick me"? I'm repeating it in my head, visualizing it, waving its hands, screaming out, "Hello, here I am." Go ahead and tell me which number it could be. The correct answer was 91. 91. 91 was the correct answer. Were you able to guess correctly? Congratulations on any of the answers that you've gotten correct thus far. As I stated earlier, this is no easy skill to possess, and even the most mastered of intuitive folk can still get these simple exercises incorrect. Please, don't be too hard on yourself, and in fact, try not to take things too seriously at all. For you see, intuition flows the best when there is little to no pressure. Intuition likes when things are light and free, and, to put it simply, clear of any distractions, which, as we know, heightened emotions can oftentimes cloud our mind much more than they clear it out. If you're ever finding it hard to focus on the number you want to guess, or if more commonly you find that you have the right answer and you suddenly second guess yourself, take a moment, find some stillness, breathe in and breathe out, and let any of the anxiety or worry surrounding your potential performance slip away, as it really doesn't matter all that much. And then ground yourself back into the exercise from a place of newfound clarity, where, of course, the right answer will be waiting for you. We are going to complete our number exercises with 3 more guesses on expert level. This first round, we will do a number on the scale anywhere from 1 to 1,000. Single, double, triple, or a quadruple digit number. Take a moment and, as I've just advised, center yourself with a nice inhale and exhale at your own pace. I'm going to go searching for our next number, and I've got it. And in 3, 2, and 1, tell me what you think the correct number is. And this time, the correct number is 5, 23, 5, 23, 523 is in fact the correct answer. between 1 and 10,000 is completely fair game. Take a moment, center yourself as I go searching for our next number. I'm ready. The next number in the expert mode is as followed: 4,679. 4,679. 4, 6, 7, 9. As you may have guessed, our last number in this expert exercise is going to be on the scale anywhere from 1, not to 100,000, but all the way to 1 million. 1 to 1 million, meaning our number could be anywhere from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or even 7 digits long. Whenever you're ready, I'm going to close my eyes and get this last number situated. And whenever you're ready, tell me your guess of the correct number. This time, the correct number is 777,777. If you got even just one of these expert mode numbers correct, I think it's safe to say that you are just as intuitive as I am. Our last main exercise is going to be a little different, as instead of guessing something non-tangible in our minds, I am going to give you a series of physical crystals that are all very different colors and shapes to choose from. And to begin this next exercise of our intuition test, I will introduce the objects to you so that you can familiarize yourself with their colors, shapes, textures, and even energies. Starting with this lovely golden healer heart. Golden healer is a type of quartz that has inclusions of a different stone called hematite inside of it. And this is a very powerful crystal with almost sun ray like energy. Very vibrant, very bright, warm, and, as the name suggests, very healing energy. This is object number 1, the golden healer heart. Take one last look in all directions, feeling the aura of this stone. And next up, we have a lovely amethyst geode. Very fine, beautiful crystalline structure on the inside, and yet a very humble outside, resemblant to an ordinary rock. This rock has beauty on the inside, and that's what counts the most, much like many of us. Take a moment, familiarize yourself with this stone and all the energy that it carries with it. Amethyst is a very powerful psychic protectant, making it a wonderful addition to today's lineup. This is object number 2, the amethyst geode. Last, certainly not least, is this very small yet powerful piece of light blue celestite. Celestite is exactly what it sounds to be. A stone meant to connect us to the higher celestial realms. Some say it even has the ability to channel angelic frequencies. This crystal is object number 3, light blue celestite. Celestite. I am now going to mix the crystals up and place them in a different order, picking up one at a time to hold in my hand before I have you guess which one I am holding. I am going to pick up the first crystal now, and I'm holding it in my hands very close to my heart. Closing your eyes, I would like for you to try to feel the energy of the crystal that I'm holding. Which one out of the 3 crystals that I showed you do I have right now in my hands? Focusing on the feeling, texture, color. Which crystal out of the 3 do I have in my hands right now? Object number 2, also known as the amethyst geode, was the crystal that I had chosen as our first draw of the pile. I've had this crystal since I was 7 years old, and after losing it for years as an adolescent, it was finally returned to me last year by a very old friend. I'm very happy to be reunited with it, and that's why it was hard for me not to pick it as our first crystal in the draw. I'm going to add a new stone into our lineup. This lovely piece of twin quartz. There's a point here and another over here, and the crystal itself has some lovely rainbows if held in the right lighting. Get a nice feel for the shape and texture of this, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to add it to our pile and mix up the order of our stones. specimen and holding it in my hands as I await you, picking up on the frequency, shape, texture, and color. Which stone could I be holding this time? Which stone do I have in my hands? I'll give you a few moments longer. And now, the reveal, the humble yet powerful celestite. This baby blue stone is also included with many rainbows when held at just the right light. And it just called to me to be our next one. Our last guess. I am yet again going to add one more crystal into the mix. This crystal has a bit of hematite in the back, and I believe it includes another mineral called chlorite, which is where it gets this nice aqua blue color that you can very faintly see in the inside. I may be incorrect about the mineral name, but it's something starting with a C, and it creates this beautiful color within the quartz. This stone is obviously pretty tiny, but again, powerful energy for such a small stone. Adding it to our lineup and mixing it up before taking the last specimen and holding it again near my chest. See if you can feel anything that indicates which stone this one may be. Color, shape, size, and or texture. What do you feel this stone is? Really trust yourself on this one. I have a feeling you may be more correct than you give yourself credit for. I'll give you a few more moments. The correct answer this time is the golden healer heart. This stone was begging for me to choose it from the first round on, but I had to save the best for last this time. stone has some of the warmest, sweetest, most loving energy I've ever experienced. And I hope you can feel it, even though we may be far apart. Thank you again for allowing me to be your facilitator of magic today, and the humble conductor of this fun and hopefully relaxing intuition test. It has been an honor and a privilege to practice my abilities with you, but sadly, it is time for me to go now. I will see you very soon, I'm sure. And if not, I hope you gained something that will last you a lifetime from this one short video. Sending love and light from my home to yours, from here to there and everywhere. I thank you for tuning